Good evening, fine folks. Welcome to this week's Meet the Collection video. This guy is a snake actually I sold some years ago, who I just went and picked up this past Saturday in Vermont. So he is back home. Really cool guy, obviously in quarantine right now. That said, I went up there and picked him up myself out of his enclosure and everything, so I know he's rock solid. You still quarantine them to be safe because they're coming from someone else's place to your place. But, you know, he's settled in nicely already. He's lived here before. We're already back on the same page, doing well. So no concerns at all. Stay tuned at the end of this video. I'm going to put together a short little clip of some pictures I have from him when he was here before. And he was such a wonderful animal that I actually used to take him to shows, and other people used to handle him. So I'll mix a couple of pictures in there of people that held him at the show. So stay tuned for that. So, without further ado, here is this wonderful matrix fella here. He is 100% Het 4T positive albino. I originally got him through Tommy Corona, you guys may know in the short tail community. Tommy was moving out of state years ago, and so he was parting with some animals, including this guy. This guy was produced by Nick over at Cold Blooded Earth. And so, of course, I said, absolutely, I'll jump on him. You know, finding matrices with nice red, especially at that time, was not all that common. Now, I will say, he probably didn't finish as red as I would have thought he would have back in like 2017, where he was really, really coming on strong with the red. He's still very, very nice looking, but he's got a really great pattern, and a lot of matrix do. There's just so much going on, so busy. He's got the little bit of a red head. He's not quite a really, really, really red head, but it's there enough. It doesn't really show up too well. So I'm very happy to have him back. I don't know what the long-term plan will be for him. Now, my customer was taking great care of him, but she's just very, very busy in school right now, and is staying, you know, away from home at school and not back and forth a lot. And so she decided, for the betterment of her animals right now, that she would part with them so she could focus on that, and that they could be taken care of. So I went and picked him and one other snake up this weekend, and up in Vermont. So I had a nice little trip. Hi, bud. I haven't seen this guy since he left here, other than in pictures. So I was very excited to go pick him up and see how he had developed and grown. I forget what year he is. It's either a 2015 or a 2016, I believe. Oop, he's anchoring into the chair, so please hold. They love to do that. They love to get their tails around that handle and grab on. You know, we haven't seen each other in a while, so while he's being great, you can see he's very, very alert. Just from the time period. The funny thing is how much his personality has stuck. You see him going up a lot in this video. He was always like that when he was a baby. He used to open his tub and he'd go straight up in the air. He's always been a busybody. He's never been one of those snakes that just sits still when he's out and about. He's usually moving around, checking things out. Very alert, very confident. Always curious about everything going on around him. And again, like I said, just a really, really spectacular pattern. So we'll see what I end up doing with him. Obviously, I didn't necessarily expect to have him back, so he doesn't necessarily fit into a plan immediately. He is the largest male blood that I have right now. So with that said, he might hang around a little bit for some of these bigger girls, and you know, and we'll see if we can work him into the plan somewhere. Even though he's not as red as I expected, Everything Nick produces has really great lineage behind it. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Plus, you know, being matrix and being Het for T positive, he fits in that regard to a lot of my other projects. So we'll definitely find, look at that striping, just real melty, real cool looking. He still is very nice red, don't get me wrong. He's not showing up great in this lighting. Great pinks along the side of his head that he's had since he was here before. I have some really cool pictures of him I have to try to dig up from way back. He's got me handcuffed right now. I'm going to prison. But we'll figure something out for him. So for now, he's in quarantine in the living room. Eventually, he will go into the main snake room in there with my other Bloods and Short Tails. Him and the other one I just picked up are the only two Bloods and Short Tails out there right now. But my normal quarantine space, I'm doing something else with at the moment. So they're quarantining out there in a soft quarantine. They both look fantastic, no issues. They sound good, they're healthy, they're eating, they're doing really well. But you still always want to be careful. The trip could stress something out, you know, cause something to happen that maybe wasn't obvious when they were content at home. He's resting his head down on the armrest here, so I'll let him chill there for a minute. But I'm very happy that she reached out to me about taking him back instead of just selling him and bouncing around, that she had his well-being as her first concern, and you know, sent him back here. So like I said, I'll decide what I want to do. I don't like bouncing animals around, so he'll be here for at least a while. You know, obviously I sold him before because I felt like I had the T positive matrix and I was going to work with that. And obviously I have the T positive ivory now, and I have the T positive batik. So I have a lot of other powerhouse males coming up to where he still really ultimately doesn't fit with all that stuff. But at the very least, he'll be here for a while. You know, make sure he's really established, doing well, and then maybe he stays here forever, or maybe, you know, I find the right person for him if that's the situation that seems best. Like I said, I hate bouncing animals around. So at least coming back here, there's going to be some familiar smells. You know, him and I feel like we'll be into our old relationship fairly quickly. Considering I hadn't seen him in years, I walked up there, reached right in his cage and picked him up, and he was very receptive to that, no issues. And then the female Sumatran, I had never met before, but she was fine with me as well. Sumatran short tails are typically so laid back, though. So that was cool. I love. I don't mind driving so much, and driving for snake related stuff makes it even more fun. So happy to have this little fella home. If anybody has any questions, hit the comments. For this weekend's video, it's a little bit up in the air right now. I have the plan on going somewhere, and I may do a live video there, or I may shoot an episode there. So it won't be up Saturday morning. Probably won't be up until Sunday. Maybe I will do something else on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. Sometimes during the course of the week, something just strikes me and I say, you know what? Let's shoot this video. So that may happen. Thank you to everybody who checked out the last video and my awful thumbnail, which seems to have garnered a lot of attention. So I guess that's good. Unfortunately, that's what people really think we live like. And that's no bueno. So if you're living like that, it's time to think about making some changes. I'm going to throw that out there. Somebody thumbs down that thing, so somebody's living like that and was like, hey, man, this is what my house looks like. What's so bad about that? I'm judging you, just so you know. So me and this fella are out. Don't forget to check out your Ron Burgundy merchandise. New designs are coming very soon. I am working on it. Also, as always, don't forget to check out USARC, become a member. Member. That's what we all need to be. We need to keep fighting. A lot more legislation has hit in the past couple of weeks. California's on there, and the California law is really suspect. I think we discussed that Texas popped up on there. There's a couple other states. We have stuff going on here in Connecticut. I haven't even, to be honest with you, checked the last few days because I've been so busy with work. have a lot going on there. So I have to get caught up too, but definitely make sure you're signed up for that newsletter, you're paying attention, and we keep fighting for this hobby. Thank you guys. We'll see you this weekend.